Recording. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Morning to those who are in Hawaii, and good, I guess, brunch time for a lot of you. Late afternoon for some on the East Coast. But welcome, nonetheless. Whether it's your first time on this call or you've been on this call, this is our U.S. English speaking update call. Congratulations for those who finished the month strong in February. It was about 2 or 3 days less than your average month. But nonetheless, we had a strong finish at the end. And on our next corporate call, we'll be able to share some of those numbers. We're still trying to wrap up and close up the month of February, as even though it's March. But we're in March now. 2 months have already passed in this new year, 2022, the year of the tiger. Just like tigers, we're moving on, looking, I don't want to say for the next kill, but definitely for the opportunities to share your, just like the tiger, your Orange Actives business with a lot of people. And as you know, one of our best assets or our best products we have here at Actives is you as distributors and leaders. Angie, David, all those here at corporate has always alluded to each and every one of you being our biggest assets to our company. In a close second, or I don't want to say a close second, it's not a close first to you guys. So in second place, definitely is our products. Our wonderful products. And so when you combine the two, just like last night, you'll have a powerful results. On our corporate weekly call, on the weekly call, we had our testimonial hosted by Aaron Cosmits and Jerry Shrivner, who gave powerful testimonies of their own personal experiences with the trifecta with Optiman. Jerry even went as far as sharing his before and after pictures with his experience with our new product that we came out with last year, Aero, or Iro, depending on how you say it in different countries. But the results have been phenomenal, both physically and emotionally as well, and psychologically as well. It has helped those two fine gentlemen with what they have, a new perspective of life. But I just wanted to reiterate what Jerry talked about when he was sharing the products with his mom, who unfortunately has passed away already. But in the last, I guess, months that he was able to share with his mom, he wasn't sure whether this was the business that he wanted to do or, the things that he needed to do. But his mom encouraged him and told him that don't let my disease or my sickness deter you from doing what you need to do. When he said that, definitely very emotional. I know Aaron's testimonial as well is always emotional, knowing, the things that he went through physically with his car accident. But it brought me to one of my favorite quotes by Jack London, when he said in his book Call of the Wild, "The proper function of man is to live, not exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time." And the very short time that we all have, whether through physical or emotional or psychological limitations that we may have while we're here on this earth, is a matter of how we use it. Are we gonna live and be vibrant, do the things that we want to, help people, be of service, or are we just gonna exist, just get by day to day, go along our lives or whatever? So when Jerry shared that story with his mom, that was the first thing I thought of is, she's telling him to live your life. Go ahead and do what you need to do, help people. And I've seen Jerry ever since that. We've been on numerous calls talking about Japan, his sister-in-law there, trying to get the Filipino community going. He's been working hard with his organization here in the United States, as well as Aaron. And so I really love that call last night. So when you put our two best products together, you on this call and the many, many thousands of others that unfortunately are not on this call, which is our best assets, along with our second best products of the Trifecta Aero and our Immoral line, you get phenomenal results. You have testimonials that are unmatched, and also that is very, very emotional as well. So I want to thank those two gentlemen for sharing their testimonials. If you haven't had a chance to hear it, it'll be on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and watch that. All of our weekly calls, whether it's this corporate call as well as our Tuesday monthly calls, are recorded and uploaded for your benefit. So go ahead and listen to it and share it with those that you need or you think that would benefit from it. So with that being said, I will turn the time over to Angie for our announcements.
All right, thank you, Stu. And that call, it was absolutely incredible. You guys need, if you missed the call last night, you need to go back and listen to it. I am putting in the chat a link to the YouTube video. So let me put that in there. It's not quite uploaded yet. So if you click on the link, it's not going to play. So give it about another 30 minutes and it will be available, but that will be the link to the testimonial call last night. So go listen to it. It was absolutely powerful. It's amazing what both of those gentlemen shared last night. So, okay, so we are in a new month. We have started March. Yesterday was March 1st. We have a full month. You have 31 days to be working the business for the month of March. February was a little bit hard because there's only 28 days. So you don't have as many days to be working your business and building that volume as you do March and going forward. So this is the month to start kicking it in gear and working your business and start to growing. These are also the best months to work your business. A lot of people are now finally out of the holiday swing. I know that holidays were like 2 months ago, but let's be real. We really we're in holiday mode from like December until the end of February, and then we start getting out of holiday mode. So this is the time to start building your business. And just a reminder, we launched the 500 Club for everyone starting in February. So if you didn't get your enrollments in February, you need to be focusing on getting those enrollments in March. So a great way to kind of divide this out is 4 enrollments every single month, which would get you 12 enrollments. You only need 10. But if you didn't do 4 enrollments in March, then focus on getting 4 or more enrollments in February. If you didn't get any enrollments in March, if you didn't get any enrollments in February, you probably need to focus on about 5 enrollments in March and then 5 enrollments in April. You don't want to wait until the last minute to try to get these enrollments in. So be focusing on getting those enrollments at least, again, if you didn't get any in February, at least 5 in March. If you did some enrollments in February, then you can reduce that number to like 4, but focus on those enrollments so you can qualify for the 500 Club. I think everyone is aware of the 500 Club. It is enroll 10 people at 200 PV or more, 10 distributors at 200 PV or more, and you'll get an additional $500 on top of your Fast Start bonus. If you don't want the $500, there's also a product option where you get about $750 worth of product. Also, you get organizational volume with that, or you can select to get an iPad. So this is a great promotion. It's running February through the end of April, but don't wait until April. Don't wait to the last minute to enroll your 10 people. Get started now. And then we were grandfathering the prices for AutoShips in the month of February. If you guys missed out, you could call in and the call center is going to honor the grandfather prices for the next couple of days. So if you didn't get your AutoShip set up, call in, get your AutoShip set up so that you can get on those grandfathered prices. If you guys have any issues with that, You have an upline that knows how to contact me, and you can reach out to me and we'll make sure that you get set up and that you're taken care of. Those are our big announcements for February. We really want to focus on getting people on auto ships and the 500 Club. And that's everything that I had to announce. So at this time, I don't know that Ryan is on, so I think I'll turn the time over to David. So David, time is yours.
Okay, we'll hold out hope that Ryan will get off his other call and be able to join us. Great to see everybody. As I was just looking at all of you in gallery view, I just thought, you know what? I know pretty much all of you. I know all of your names, but many of you I've met in person. I've been in your homes. We've been at meetings together and things like that. And it's really awesome. It's these weekly mini family reunions. I love it. I was actually asked by Susana Gutierrez to get on a call with many of her group and Claudia's group in Mexico on Friday. And I don't remember exactly how many were on that call, but I didn't know as many people there. But it was just, another branch of the family with which I was not that familiar, but it was fun to talk to them about Enactives and have everybody's and feel that energy. I often say that even though I may not be able to speak everyone's language, there really is an actives language, right? And the actives language is simply caring about people's health, caring about helping them with their business and their finances. And it's wonderful to have these remarkable success stories in virtually every aspect of what we talk about activating, whether that be, again, your health, your epigenetic, gene expression, your own family finances, whether that means activating, yourself in regards to self-improvement in other ways, your ability to expand your circle of influence. It's just, there's lots of examples. I too was very much touched last night by the testimonial call. And I think that it was actually really interesting for a couple of ways and things that we can learn from that. Remember that Jerry said, for those of you who weren't on there, as Stu mentioned, his mother, shortly before passing away, suffering from cancer, said, don't use me as an excuse not to build your business. And I wonder, what other excuses might we be using to not build our business? Somebody once said that we can spend our times doing things that are bad, or we can spend them doing good, but not just good. There's good, better, and best. And sometimes we focus a lot on things that by themselves are not bad. It's not bad to spend time learning about and spending a lot of time learning about the science behind the products. Actually, that's a good thing. It's not bad to become a comp plant expert. It's not bad to come up with a list of answers to frequently asked questions, especially in regards to concerns about, all these things that I hear about network marketing companies, MLMs this, MLMs that. All of that's not bad. But you don't want to spend all of your time doing that. You need to branch out and do some other things that, in terms of building your business, might be better or might be best. I'm reminded today that we have some other people joining. I want to get them on the call too. That's great. But I like to work out. When you're my age, you have to do whatever you can, in addition to the trifecta, to hold the aging process back. And so I like to lift weights. And today was leg day. And anybody who lifts weights, almost everybody hates leg day. And I don't know why it is. It's not fun. It's painful. It's not enjoyable. And I guess it's also because, if you go to the gym and see people working out, what are they usually doing? They're usually working on their arms, right? They want to have the big biceps. They want to have the big showy triceps. They want to have the big arms. But you can also always tell the people who spend a lot of time on their upper body, on their arms, and totally neglect their legs. They have this big, massive upper body, and there's just chicken legs. And you're like, I see what you like to do, right? And so, doing some of the things in terms of building our business are kind of like leg day. As I was getting up this morning, I'm thinking, oh man, it's leg day. I don't really want to do this. I'm not feeling it today. But what's interesting is that scientifically, it's the muscles that are most important for our physical health, for our mobility and staying strong, especially as we get older. It's our legs. They are the biggest muscles in our body. And yet they're not showy. They don't, It's not like being able to fill out your sleeves like Stu can. You know, Stu walks around and they look at him and they look at him and call him, you know, Polynesian Hercules, which I agree with, by the way. But he also doesn't neglect those core things that affect, frankly, the core of his body. And there are core things that we need to make sure we're focusing on in terms of building our business. And we might be using things as excuses. We might be viewing things like leg day and say, I don't really want to do it. What might some of those things be? Well, let me back up and compare, you know, working out your arms to other things. That's like being able to show that that somebody actually enrolled, that we had a rank advancement, that we did those things. Yeah, those are outward things that we're all really happy about. But the things that get you there, the initial contacts, creating a list, and then not just staring at that list and working up the courage, but actually picking up the phone and reaching out to the people on that list, as opposed to coming up with an excuse as, you know what, that person probably doesn't want to hear from me. That person this, that person that, or I'll try it tomorrow when I'm feeling a little bit more into it. You know, you all know what I'm talking about. I've been there as well. You know, some people said that when I was at another company, because I spent a lot of time with distributors in the field. You know, back then we didn't have the highest rank was not A16, it was something called Pro 10. And the other Pro 10 said, David, you are the lowest paid Pro 10 in the company, which is true. Corporate doesn't make as much as the top distributors in any company. Now that's okay. But what they knew was I was spending a lot of time with distributors. I know what it's like to feel that knot in your stomach. What am I going to say? What happens if they reject me? Are they still going to be my friend? And that's just the initial call. Now, the other part of leg day, of course, is the follow-up and following up with them. And I can tell you this, though. Here are some secrets to overcome some of those natural misgivings. I think that to hearken back to calls like last night, when you remember that even if they're rejecting, saying, no, I don't really want to do this, think about how many Jerrys are out there, how many Aarons are out there, where not only they themselves are being affected personally, but their loved ones. I had a wonderful opportunity on Friday after my meeting with Susanna and her group to take my father to see his nephrologist, okay, his kidney doctor. You might say, why is that such a wonderful opportunity? Well, my dad turns 89 tomorrow. So it was great for me to go drive an hour away, pick him up, take him down to his nephrologist. My father's been in stage 4 kidney failure for about 2 or 3 years now. And but he hasn't had to go onto dialysis. And once again, his numbers not only showed that he hadn't gotten worse, but they had improved slightly. And his kidney doctor is quite amazed. And he said, he turned to me afterwards, he said, and he says this after every appointment, he says, son, I think your products might really be helping me. And I said, well, you know, yes, I think they are, Dad, because I've looked it up. You know, if you want to look up oxidative stress and renal failure, guess what you're going to find? There's a connection. If you want to look up butyric acid and kidney disease, you're going to find that there's a benefit to these things. And the same with curcumin. Now, it was kind of funny. The doctor turned to me because I seem to know a little bit about health and his condition and things like that. And she goes, oh, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm with a nutritional supplement company. And her response was, oh, you know, next subject. She didn't want to talk about it anymore. She wasn't going to go down that route. And that was totally okay with me, because I didn't really care what she or other critics thought about me or thought about our products, especially without taking the time to look into the science. How many of the critics that you face, how many of the people that are totally dismissive have actually looked at the study? Probably not too many, right? And you can't force them to do that. But what got me, but what carries me through those type of situations is the fact that I was able to say, my dad at 89 years old doesn't have to go on dialysis, all right? I have a brother who has been suffering from gout. I don't know, do you know anybody that suffers from gout? When I was growing up, I used to read about King Henry VIII of England was famous, okay? He suffered from gout, and you thought it was because he ate too much venison and too much wine, just like Julia, right? Julia, just kidding. But I'm increasingly saying, you thought I wasn't looking at you over there, but I was, I saw you. But increasingly, I'm finding lots of people that suffer from gout. I have a brother, my niece's fiance came over to our house recently and said, do you think your product would help with gout? And I said, the same thing that I told my brother when he asked me. I said, not sure, let me check. And Julia's nodding her head over there. She could probably give a presentation. In fact, maybe we'll have her do that sometime on the trifecta and gout. That'll keep them in their seats, won't it, Julia? But the fact of the matter is, guess what? It helps. It's really helped my brother's condition. And I'll just close by saying, you know what? Get through those leg days. Get through those tough things that come with building your business. This is the vehicle to help you get to where you want to go. Actives has proven it. There are people on this call whose lives, well, actually, I would say that everyone who's on this call has had their lives changed, whether it be financially, whether it be from a health standpoint, whether it be because of the relationships that you've achieved, whether it's just being part of a cool group of people who are all trying to do the same thing. Your lives have been changed, and none of you are ever going to forget the person that introduced you to Actives. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, you're still going to be able to remember who introduced you, where you were, what the situation was, and how many other things like that are there in your life that you can remember exactly who introduced you to something and who helped change your life. Well, guess what? If that happened to you, it's also going to happen to every single person that you follow up with, that you introduce this to, that you overcome the objections, that you let those criticisms just slide off. I know it's easier for me. I have a bald head. All those things just completely slide off. I don't care if people say bad things about me. I also started out as a short, bald Mormon lawyer, and so I'm used to criticisms. I'm the butt of every joke that's out there, and it doesn't bother me. Some people aren't as thick-skinned as me. So what you got to do is you got to focus on the positives, the things that you can control. And what you can control is the fact that science is in your corner. Science is on your side. The testimonials are on your side. There are thousands, tens of thousands of people around the world now on your side. And that, as you remember that, on those difficult Actives leg days, when it's time to follow up with somebody, reach out to somebody or whatever, it'll get you through. And you'll find that as you continue to do those things that are really difficult and that are not that much fun, that's actually where the growth comes. And increasingly, as you do that, all of a sudden you'll become like Stu Carvalho, you'll be an Actives Hercules, and you'll say, man, I actually like leg days. I like feeling that pain. I like feeling that burn. It's actually awesome for me. And those things that are difficult actually become a lot of fun. So it's great being on the phone with you again today. It's great seeing all of you. Continue to have a great week. We're nothing without you, and we're everything with you. And so on that note, Angie, back to you.
All right. Well, thank you, David. That was awesome. Okay. Well, we are going to jump into our wheel of names really quick before we do that. Just wanted to remind you guys of our new call schedule. We talked about this before, but we just want to make sure that as we have new people join, we have switched our Tuesday calls. So we're having a Tuesday, the first Tuesday, which we did last night, and then the third Tuesday, which is the newcomers call with David. So this next following Tuesday, there will not be a call at night. Most of the teams are putting together their own opportunity presentations. So there won't be a call on Tuesday. So we will see you guys next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And then the following Tuesday on the 15th, we will have the newcomers call with David at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then we're going to have the founders call at 7 p.m. So just a reminder that we're going to do Tuesday call newcomers with David, and then there will be the founders call also with David. So you'll be able to hear David speak a lot that day. Okay, let's jump into our wheel of names. So we had about 70 participants today. So I think we'll do, give me 1 second because it's not letting me share my sound. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do sound today. Oh, there we go. Okay, and make sure that we have the right screen. Can everyone see the wheel of names? Okay, perfect. All right, we're going to do 5 names today. So here is winner number 1. All right, Valdemar, congratulations. You get 64 points. Okay, winner number 2. congratulations, Yolanda. So that was winner number 2. Here is winner number 3.
I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your fly gear on, do your makeup, drop it real low.
And Scooby, congratulations, Anne. All right, and here is winner number 4. Sylvia, I do not have your ID number, so if you will send that to me or put it in the chat, that we can get your reward points added. And let's do our last winner. Drum roll. All right, Karen Myers, congratulations, Karen. Hey, well, thank you all for joining our call today. It's so good to see everyone's faces. It's going to be an amazing March. Get started now. Just like David said, don't ignore those leg days for building your business. Get after it. You know, the worst thing that can happen is your business grows. So don't be afraid of what you need to accomplish. And we will see you guys at the top. So see you guys later.
Everybody.
Yes.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye,
Good to
everyone.
see you all. Bye-bye.